morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to BMT. Getting at it again. I'm about to do it. What's going on, DJ Moss? I know some people are they're in work right now. They're getting into it. But I'm definitely here to talk about it. I'm definitely here to hurry up and do my morning spiel. I don't want to be here too long, but I definitely want to actually talk about some stuff that are transpiring. And I know I got a lot of people that buzzing me right now, you guys. Shout out to everyone that's coming on through. Shout out to people that are coming on in and following in. You already know. Good morning. Welcome. Much love to everybody. You already know. I'm in my black. I got my hair already wrapped up in my doggone kafoo. Hey, let's get at it, because there's a lot of stuff on the BMT morning show on Ice Cube, political agenda. Drake gets urinated on. That's a lesson. It's trans black. I can't make this up. Ice Cube got some political agenda. Drake gets peed on again. Drake, I'm not sure if you got a fetish or something. Why is Drake getting peed on so much? I don't know. This must be some type of Illuminati type of thing. But if you want to do me a favor, if you're coming on in, do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. Click the bell so that way you can get the latest notifications. You know me, I'm always going at it and always pulling out some new stuff, something to keep you ever so happy. You know what I'm saying? As some people say, so that's all I have to live on. Go figure. But I can promise you guys, I love doing it. This is my passion. So Jay says this is sounding like 2020. That sounds like 2020. Shout out to my moms, BK. Shout out to Yasmin. What's going on? Hey, y'all. Good morning. So we are definitely here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we've been hearing a lot, especially with with one of the big heads himself of the NWA, Ice Cube. If you don't know who Ice Cube is, you've been living under a rock for some years. The man has cemented himself in the rap game. He has done for the people in the industry, music. He's an artist. He's a director, businessman. He owns his own league, his own basketball league. Ice Cube has done a lot. But he has been very vocal about a lot of things. Not just in his music of NWA, where F the Police, as well as Natural Born Killer, the young men of that era, they were very vocal about political stuff. Maybe that is the way that everyone would approve of it, but they were talking about stuff going on down there in for black young men and black people. And it amazes me that, granted, that in him talking about this stuff, Ice Cube was a family man. He started to make transitions in his life. Over time, people get older and they start making transitions of what they want to do, how they want to be perceived, as well as how they want their people to be treated, because he's getting older. And it's feared that he has stayed to his roots. This is just my opinion, but he has stayed to his roots. You know? So in looking at it, we got to ask the question, because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that he's on the MAGA train, and that's very interesting. He's on the MAGA train. And everybody's saying that he's gone MAGA, he's a conservative, he done run the family, he done run the Trump, all this said stuff. And first of y'all need to chill out, man. Ice Cube is not part of MAGA. Ice Cube is not part of no Republican Party. He never joined up and run around doing stuff like some of these people are doing, all this stuff. Um, I really hate that when it comes to politics, and this is why certain black people of certain political when they get to when you start climbing up, and who am I? But I'm just being honest. Certain people don't like to talk about politics because the combination of talking about my lifestyle and also my moral value beliefs, it seems like people feel like if you have a mindset about it, that's an issue. And I'm like, the man literally is just trying to say, yo, what's the best insurance plan to help my people? And he's been dealing with a lot. Like, you can tell it out of his face. Like, he's like, yo, I just can't catch a break. So much so, even Snoop Dogg had to step in. Snoop Dogg had to step in. And Snoop Dogg put this in. Snoop Dogg said this. And I mean, like I said, y'all know how I feel about Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg has even been working with the police along with certain other black affiliated artists and people. And this is why I don't understand, like, yo, guys, y'all make it seem like people can't want better for their people because of what they understand. Yes, that is an entertainer. However, it seems like if somebody says something, y'all cling to their words as if they are God or that they're their end all be all, rather than them just saying, hey, I'm still a human being. I still live on this same continent, on this same country like you. I'm just saying something that, hey, I think. Granted, yeah, they got more money, but Snoop Dogg said this. Snoop Dogg said he's very focused. Pick your poison, snake or snake in the grass. Y'all should talk to Cube before you cast him out. He took his plan to Biden camp first. They shined him on. He has a contract with Black America that he presented to both parties. Politics. That's why we don't do politics. The truth never wins over lies. But in God's book, the truth will set you free. So before y'all say anything negative about my OG, get him on the line and ask him not the internet or Instagram. Carry on. Now, let's be honest. A lot of these men are in the seven-figure bracket. Very few black men or black people make it to the 8. There's only so many black billionaires. Many black millionaires, but very few black millionaires. But the thing about it is, in talking about that, notice the man is literally wearing, he's dressed up. This man doesn't even break. This man literally does not break from character. Can y'all not tell that this man has never left from character of how, if y'all don't know Ice Cube, I don't know what you have to say about y'all. But the man's always wearing Dickies, white t-shirts, and like the man's always dressed fresh. So he's never breaking character. That's just Ice Cube. But he's a very straightforward type of guy. I do respect him. I do. I always liked his attitude. One of the first movies I ever saw on him was Boys in the Hood. I've always respected this man. So literally, he's went to both political parties. He didn't just say I'm MAGA or I'm Biden. He said I want what we're talking about to be heard. Whoever's going to have the best deal, well, that's probably who I'm going to listen to. And honestly, he's playing the game correctly. Y'all don't think that other groups don't literally go to both parties? and say, yo, what do you have for me? If you don't have nothing for me, then we don't need to talk. When either party been beneficial for a minority like such as myself in my space? I got to be for real. I mean, originally I was a Democrat. Voted for Bill Clinton. I don't know about Bush. I mean, I did vote for Baby Bush. I did. I did try to vote for Kerry. Kerry lost. Al Gore, I wasn't too sure. I don't know about Al Gore. I voted for Obama the first time, but I wanted to see him in office. Just wanted to see him get there. To see a man that looked like me just be in office. And y'all can say it's selfish. I don't care. People vote selfishly all the time. You can judge me. I really don't care. But is it wrong that he's literally pushing that, hey, this is what we want? See, here's the problem. People don't like it for the fact that Ice Cube is only saying what others are afraid to say because they're literally, what's going on, Mike V? He's only saying what others are afraid to really, or they won't say. Some of them are afraid to lose their position or lose certain sponsors or stuff like that. Ice Cube ain't worried about that. He's like, yo, no, bump this is bigger than me. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than all of us. This is something that we need to talk about. And I find it very interesting that where are all the other celebrities that saying, you know, no justice, no peace and all this stuff? Where's all them jump behind him saying, yo, we got to help make sure he makes it. We got to make sure he makes it. He's not joining any affiliated group or memorandum. He's just saying, yo, we have to make it to the line, to the finish line. Heck, well, let's just get to the starting line at least. So what? Some of us are doing good. Some of us can barely get a bottle of water to finish the race. And I get it. Every man and woman has their own race. But right now, to be honest, and I got to be for real with y'all, black people, we are coming dead last. Black Americans in the U.S., we are coming dead last. That's not a joke. That's not a stigma. That's not a narrative. We are coming dead last. Nobody takes us serious like that when it comes to talking about politics, healthcare, social reform, economics. We're the last ones that they look to talk about that. I'm being on my stool today. And for those who do talk about it, who do try to push for that, they are the last ones to get looked at when it's too late. And by that time, they take their light and they say, yo, I'm turning off my light, turning off my mic. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this no more. Because nobody wants to listen, because everybody else is drowning out the voices that need to be heard. So it is what it is. Honestly, I don't think they can. Because you'll say, can white America cancel Ice Cube and 50 Cent? Y'all okay with that? They can't. You know why? Because a lot of them have too much investment in them. Can't. Because Ice Cube is in the position that he's in right now. If you cancel him right now in his position, conservative, that would mean that there was some validity in what he was saying. That's like a Palestinian child getting up and saying, yo, this war is senseless and killing us, and somebody walks up and shoots him in front of people, literally that statement of that moment right there alone just proved he was right. Because Ice Cube has never really openly came out and done anything like this. If he wanted to, he could just sit comfortably at home. You see, you got to know when to use your voice at the possible right moment, not just any time. Don't just run up there. See, that's the problem that we have. We run up there any and every time. We don't run up there when it is the right time. I'll let that phone ring until it's time for, okay, hey, I've been calling y'all. What do you need? Because y'all doing a lot putting out these little battle rappers and these strippers and all this stuff. So you must be trying to get my attention ringing up our phone. Because they understand, even after the selection, the after effect of I have to find a way to get some numbers on my side to want to work with me. I need to get the workforce behind me. Play it like you want, but you cannot dismiss that Black Americans are the predominant workforce of blue collar. You need to find a way to get them health care and put them in an economic state. You cannot dismiss that. Even with the brown people are starting to identify with them. As much as you want to downplay it, they're starting to get dragged into the same social structure. And we cannot overlook that. So in saying that, guess what? Shout out to people coming into the chat. So in saying all that, we understand that what Ice Cube was saying, but I got to play what he was saying, that, hey, when the Jewish people were in the wilderness after Moses parted the Red Sea, or whoever led them out of the captivity, they weren't complaining because they did not have the faith and vision of Moses. Yeah. Sometimes you got to just stick it out. And see, it ain't hard. Listen, man. Nobody's looking for crumbs, man. We're looking for doggone openings. You say you're gonna make jobs? Make jobs. Shout out to Clever Kev. Now Cash App love me so much. But let me go ahead and do a solid. And we're gonna play with fair use a clip. But before you do that, you guys, I would definitely like to set up, if you would like to do some talks with us on a show to have some charging dialogue, please join us here at, where's it at? Join us here at BBN, Black Balance Network, where literally you can get challenged conversations with us as a Black Balance. We talk about politics. We talk about healthcare. We talk about finance. If this is a space where you literally want to do charging conversations and showcase discussions, dialogue, building blocks of fundamentals, please come here. Literally, we can actually build with you. We can actually talk with you. We can have good charge conversations. Definitely, you can also email us. We are willing to work and put forth quality content for you. Tell us what you want for us to discuss on. We just talked about birth control and stuff, having discussion with children. We just talked about literally why people are addicted to getting into foolishness. We talked about politics and finance, financial literacy with screen learning. Wealth and Wealth Wednesdays, we go over a lot of stuff. Tax preparation, Financial Fridays, a lot of stuff that we get into on the BBN network. And I definitely want to say that let's look at this, get back to the show of Ice Cube. So pretty much people have been blasting Ice Cube on how he went from NWA to MAGA. Fans blast Ice Cube as well, and blast Ice Cube as a sellout and a hypocrite, after Trump campaign revealed he had been working alongside the president on a bid to create 3 million jobs for African Americans. Now, this is crazy. Let's look at this. They're calling. This is how you know they were never truly fans of Ice Cube. Because as much as these people speak about that there are financial economic disparities in healthcare, finances, resources, all that said stuff, right? Why would you call him a sellout when he's literally fighting for the fundamentals that we need? Just think about that. The controversy was first stirred after Trump's campaign advisor Katrina Pearson gave him a shout out for his willingness to work with the president. Are y'all mad at that? That literally they acknowledged? I mean, listen, man, I'm not the biggest. I believe in going to the pos. Whoever is willing to say, hey, man, I'm not sure if y'all ever went to a fair or went to a place where you're trying to sell an idea, like an invention fair. You're going to go to the person whoever's trying to give you funding. I don't have to wear no suit, or he's not even trying to wear no suit or trying to be anything else but himself and trying to find the best plausible plan. That doesn't make him any less of a man. Like, I don't understand the logic that literally he's trying to find a way to get 3 million jobs. Guaranteed to you. Why would you turn that away? So let's get at it. Although news of unexpected collaboration was not direct endorsement for Trump, Ice Cube 51 has faced a swell of backlash in his hours since. Shocked and confused, fans have asked, "How do you go from NWA to MAGA?" Which that shows you how low the hanging fruit of stupidity is. Listen, I don't understand you. He never said he directly endorsed Trump. He just said, I want to know which plan best fits us. Which plan best fits us? That doesn't mean he submitted, he done kiss butt. But I don't. You gotta understand, when you speak to stupid people, this is your stupid result. Like, I don't understand it. You were for him when he was talking about black people being shot and gunned down. Y'all enjoy talking about the struggle Olympics, but now when he's saying, yo, man, like, we need to find the best plausible answer. And he went to Biden's camp, talked to them. The lift every voice plan. He said, okay, y'all putting me on hold. Y'all said y'all will talk to me after y'all get elected. No. Then there's no point in me talking to you. Because you're saying that after I vote for you, then you'll come talk to me. Yeah. Click. Hey, Trump's people, what can y'all do? Let me look at y'all plan. Let's start critiquing that. So if you can guarantee this, maybe I could try to help push some stuff towards you. We got a lot of black successful people coming up that want to get into STEM, that want to make money, that want to change their lives and actually do different things for themselves. It don't matter about the political. They just want opportunities. You're a businessman. You like money. So what are we talking about? You want minorities on your side? Minorities want money. You want America to calm down? They need money. Money makes the world go around. Let's stop being disingenuous. People need health care. People need advances. People need better chances at a doggone better way of life. Let's stop playing these games. I mean, some of y'all, I'm not here to troll and I'm not here to play games. Please do not play in my chat. I'm doing my morning show. Don't play in my chat. The President's Platinum Plan is a 4-year program that pledges to help create 3 million jobs, new jobs for African Americans. Ice Cube tweeted that his efforts were bipartisan. Do people know what bipartisan means? Yeah, let me do this for y'all. Because when you say something to certain people, you gotta understand. People don't understand what bipartisan is. Bipartisanship, okay? Involving the agreement or cooperation of 2 political parties that usually oppose each other's policies. Bipartisan. The First Step Act was a bipartisan. First Step Act was a bipartisan. A bipartisanship is literally the contextual agreement that literally both parties, though they have different policies, are agreeing on something. Y'all want the Black American people for this? Give us this. But in exchange, we will do that if you do this and that party does this. He is literally he's scraping off the bad parts of the banana so that way we can get something of that banana. I don't know why y'all are even mad at that. Like, literally, it's not like the whole banana was even good. It amazes me. Y'all talk about, why isn't this person saying anything? Y'all like it when they're just talking about money, drugs, cars, clothes, and hoes. But then you get mad when they actually open up their... You can't get mad when they actually open up their voice and talk about something that's plausible. So let's go ahead and get into this. For while we can. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna drop the link, but I don't have time for foolishness. And y'all do that. Y'all probably killed. I don't have time for my foolishness. Let me do this video right here. Real quick. Let me go ahead and just do this video because, actually I can't. I'm gonna tell y'all what. If y'all can't be mature and come up on the BMT morning show, know this. I'm just kicking you off my panel. Try again another day. I want you to understand that. No cursing. No derogatory language. Keep it PG, because we are also on the BBN network. Also, we're going over talking about a lot of stuff, and I have other topics I have to get over. So I want you to understand this. Come up. You got at least about 1 minute. After that, I got to move on. I got other things I got to do today. Yes, I do. So let me go ahead and get at it. Nobody's here right now. That's cool. Let me go ahead and get at this, but I have a lot of stuff I want to hit at. This is Ice Cube talking with some dude. I don't even know the dude's name. Ice Cube responds. This is him responding to the backlash of how people are coming at him. And I think he's responding to people, predominantly black, about how they are upset at him because he talked to President Trump. Same thing happened to Steve Harvey. Same thing. Anybody black that talks to Trump, they pretty much are going to get backlash, which is it amazes me because then you'll say, well, what could Trump do for you? But don't you have to talk to him to find out what can he do for you? Okay.
Our next guest is Ice Cube. If you know anything about him, and you probably do, he started his career rapping in defiance about police presence and the realities of inner city life. And he got political with his songs as well recently during the Trump administration, most recently in 2018. Here's a taste.
Arrest the president. You got the evidence. That is Russian intelligence.
Now we see a shift. Now he wants to work with President Trump. Here's what the president had to say most recently about.
Now, I want you to understand, be careful when you go up there. You got to look at the energy of what happened. Notice they played that. Watch the signs, y'all. Watch the signs.
Black Lives Matter.
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, I said, that's such a terrible term because it's such a racist term. It's a term that sows division between blacks and whites and everybody else. And it's a very bad term for blacks. But they were very angry. It's a Marxist organization.
With all that going on and how the president continues to speak about there being no systemic inequality, it's no shock that Ice Cube got some heat for deciding to work with the Trump administration. He wants to deal with it. I want to understand it. So should you. So here is Ice Cube on Prime Time. Thank you for taking the opportunity, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Chris, your lead-ins are a little misleading.
How so?
Well, the Platinum Plan is not my plan. I came up with the contract with Black America, and I didn't run to go work with any campaign. Both campaigns contacted me. Both campaigns wanted to talk to me about the contract with Black America. One campaign said, we love what you have, but let's really dig into it after the election. And one campaign said, we love what you have. Do you mind talking to us about it? And that's what I did. So I didn't run to nobody. And so that was real misleading to me.
Well, I didn't say you ran to anybody. I said that you would take it.
Attention,
well, you said I ran over to the Trump team instead of the Biden team. That's just not true.
Well, you are working with the Trump team instead of the Biden team, and people are giving you heat for it. What do you say to them?
Well, I'm willing to work with both teams, but I'm just working with whoever is willing to work with me. So the Trump campaign came to me and asked me to explain to them some of the contract with Black America. That's what I did. I'm not playing no more of these games, these political games. We're not part of a team. We have very raw problems, especially the wealth gap in this country when it comes to Black Americans. So I'm going to whoever's in power and I'm gonna speak to them about our problems specifically. I'm not going there talking about minorities. I'm not going there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for Black Americans, the ones who are the descendants of slaves. And that's what I'm going to talk to anybody who's in power with that. So if anybody got a problem with that, it seems like a personal problem.
Well, here's the problem, and it is very personal, as you know, for a lot of people of color, because they'll say, well, why would you pick Trump when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
I'm not picking nobody. He's the president.
But why do you think he'd want to do something for the community when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
I don't know what he want to do. I just know what the man said. I know what he said to the country. I've never met Donald Trump. So I don't know what he's going to do. I just know what he said he was going to do. So both of them have a plan. Both of them say they're going to do something. And who knows what's really going to happen after November 3rd. Nobody knows from each side. We're all hoping that candidates keep their campaign promises. So that's just it.
So let's look at it this way. I think that you're right to be skeptical. Let's start with the Democrats, because even though there is a traditional connection between Black voters and the Democrats, you could also say you've been let down or forgotten by Democrats in a lot of situations that would have mattered.
Message.
Then you say, all right, so then what makes one side better than the other? That's where you get in trouble, which is, do you really think that Donald Trump can be trusted as much as you could trust Joe Biden?
I don't think I'm not trusting any of them. I'm just going by action. That's all I'm going by. I'm not going by words. I'm not going by rhetoric, not going by media spin, not going by none of that. You know, I'm not on nobody's team. I'm not on Team Blue, not on Team Red.
So then I have that wrong.
I'm an independent person, and I believe that's what Black people need to do is become independent, and we need to get something for our vote. You know, that may not happen, but it's gonna happen.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I look.
Now I'm gonna stop it at half the point, but I'm not gonna. But literally, I'm just giving y'all some juicy tidbits to actually look into, because I want y'all to understand. I thought that was beautiful. That was for once. Cube did it right. I know I had some stuff on Cube before, but I want to say respect to Ice Cube. You literally held it down for us. Like first of all, he corrected it. Words carry. It mean a lot on a show, especially those shows. When you say you ran to the president, people look at that and say, oh, so he ran. So when anybody on sides of MAGA or Biden or anything, he didn't run to nobody. He literally said, it's like looking for an insurance policy. All you're doing is saying, hey, Geico, Progressive, Allstate, which one is good? All you're doing is comparing the policies. Key word, he's pushing for a bipartisan. He specifically said, I'm not pushing for minorities. I'm not pushing for people of color. He's pushing for Black people, descendants of slaves. That's very distinct. Very distinct on how, and he wanted to say that very slowly and pinpoint his words. You can get mad at Ice Cube for saying that, which astoundingly blows my mind because he literally profoundly said that the way he did. And yeah, a lot of people, I'm going to tell you right now, you want to know, I think the people that are turning their back on him, people that he didn't include. But is he wrong for saying that? Was he wrong? No, he was not. Because anytime else, nobody got mad at J-Lo and Shakira when they got up there on the Super Bowl and we're talking about Dreamers.
They did, actually. But, yeah, God.
J-Lo was half naked and her daughter was hairy. So I got mad. Like, what was that going on up on that stage? I got mad at that. But, to be fair, like I said, you start talking about your specific agenda. Come on, Jay. You as a Black woman, you start talking about your specific agenda, how many people turn up on you?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, and he definitely made some valid points. You know, it's in this. You know, I hope that I live to see the day where the parties are disassembled and people are actually just running on a platform. You know what I mean? Like, platform A's focus is this, platform B's focus is that, because it's different. Like, I'm actually a registered independent. Well, I was up until this year, but I'm a registered independent because for that same exact reason. Like, it's like there have been times, not recently, but there have been times where I voted for one side over the other for various reasons. So I get the point where you have said, when you hit a certain age or your needs change or whatever, you might feel one way over another way. I mean, unfortunately, it seems like politics in this country as a whole has become more radical, which is sad because people lose sight of the actual focus. And,
right.
And I'm not speaking on anyone in particular, so don't, I'm not saying you, but don't, I don't want anyone putting words in my mouth, but like, I think people have lost sight of the actual goal. It's like, it's so much outside. It's like, we're at the point now where it's just like, it's like you have the bullies versus like the halfway normal people.
Right.
And it's sad because we lose focus of what the real issues really are, So, I mean, I commend him. I don't think he should necessarily be canceled. Folks, and the funny thing is, folks will cancel Ice Cube, but they won't cancel 50 Cent.
I'll cancel them both.
He'll
But I'm just saying, like, folks will cancel Ice Cube. Will be quick to cancel Ice Cube, but won't cancel 50 Cent, who basically wants to like murder his son. Like, go figure.
Like, I think right here, you have it right here, where it says Ice Cube was branded a sellout and a hypocrite on social media on Wednesday night after it was revealed that the rapper had been working with President Trump to help craft his platinum plan for Black Americans, which actually that is false. Ice Cube did not craft the platinum plan. He literally was trying, he looked at it and said, hey, you need to tweak this and you need to fix this toward us. It's like, wouldn't you want to ask the actual people that you're making the plan for actually what they want on the plan? That's kind of how you make an insurance plan. You got to ask them, hey, what do you want?
No, I was going to say BMT. For someone like me, we went over on the brain trust. Well, we've been on the brain trust, been on MOT's channel. We went over both the platinum plan and Lift Every Voice and Sing. For me, the problem with Ice Cube is the way he did this. He wasn't educated on either plan, because I don't know if you've seen the interview with Roland Martin, but a lot of his Contract with America stuff, it really looks like something that came out of a Black Lives Matter plan. And about 75% of it is either in like legislation on the table right now, or it's in the Lift Every Voice and Sing plan. And you have Republicans, like, for example, Juneteenth, that bill's been on the table, could be passed, it's been blocked by Republicans. Anti-lynching bill, that bill is on the table, it's been blocked by Republicans. The police reform that he talks about in contract with his contract.
But that's
America,
not Ice Cube's fault.
No, it's not his fault. It's when you start looking at politically, why are you going and discouraging people from working with this party that has pretty much blocked everything you said you've attempted to do, and you're going to go and try to suggest that they're going to do something like for your people, even when he's screwing over white people. That's sort of my issue, is that it's not politically savvy. Like,
now the question is before, but I got to pass it over to Clever Kev, is that where was this type of heat? And shout out to all those who went up to Obama. Were y'all telling them that they shouldn't have been up there?
Wait, what do you mean? Who shouldn't have been with?
There was a lot of people that went up there to go see Obama when Obama was in office. Like, a lot of people, like
yeah. No, I think part of it is people have seen. Okay, we've had the trend of people going to the White House to go see the president as something to go talk policy. I mean, Obama had people in there, but it seemed more like, hey, we just want to go see the president. You've sort of seen this happen under Trump, and you've seen the same thing where you kind of come away with absolutely nothing, be it Jim Brown, Kanye, who was there was one other person, Steve Harvey. You've seen a line of these black celebrities go to the White House, try this same thing, and literally end up with nothing but a photo op.
Okay. Now,
the funny thing is, Steve Harvey, just real quick, Steve Harvey is actually pushing Biden so hard. Like, I don't really listen too much of his show, but when I'm in the car in the morning, but it's so funny, like, hearing him like really push for Biden, and is like kind of been downing Trump. And I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't he? But like you said, I guess he realized that he walked away with nothing in the end. So he was like, forget this,
Right. And I mean, like I said,
and you have black people in the party who have walked away and are getting nothing. I mean, look at people like Colin Powell, who have been deep in the party. Michael Steele, where he is,
been walked away.
Yeah, Michael Steele is like, he literally. I like Michael Steele. I've always liked Michael Steele.
He endorsed Biden today.
Yeah. Oh, he's been, not just today. He's been endorsed Biden.
Yeah, he's been done that. Like, that's like, these people been done stepped away, been done started going. Like, see, this is the thing. This is the problem that we have. This is the problem I have with blacks. When you start making money, you can't really talk about your policies and your politics and what you believe in. Why? But everybody else who ain't doing or ain't making the numbers you're making, or traveling and doing stuff you're doing, they think they can start critiquing you on your lifestyle. Granted, he is a 51-year-old man. People think he's still a young kid running the streets and running in the streets of Compton. He's a 51-year-old man.
Think that he's the F the police dude. He went from
Right.
F the police to Army.
He's a granddaddy now. He's a granddaddy.
Yeah.
So Ice Cube is now in legacy mode, where I need to make sure my wife, kids, grandkids, and anybody else affiliated with me is taken care of. If anybody been following this man, this is why I said the disingenuous is it's at a boil point, because nobody else shuns their people when they go up there and start saying what they want. He's like, I didn't join any party. I just said what my group of diaspora people need and want. So we got Clever Kev. Then we were joined here by Real Deal Finance and also by the amazing Koja. So what's going on, Clever Kev? Are you there?
Yeah, I am. I'm just, you know me, I'll wait patiently.
Go ahead.
You know, the situation is this. To hit on what you were just talking about, as people get older, your priorities and your thought processes, they change. You know, when you're young, you're trying to make something, you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to gain. But later on in life, when you've got to that stable point, wherever that is, whether you've accomplished your dreams or goals or made your paper or whatever, then you start looking at the world in a different way. And, you know, that's why a lot of people, you know, there's what was that old saying? I think it might have been Hobbes who said it, that, or someone else, but that if you're young and you're not a Democrat, you have no heart. And if you're old and not a Republican, you have no brain. Because what they're talking about is that young people are passionate. When you look at like all these groups out here, Black Lives Matters or any of them, Proud Boys, any group you want to name, look at who's in these, Antifa, all these groups. Look who spearheads them. It's all young people. Young people are out there on the streets. The people at the top, however, are usually older people who are in a different situation, and they're conducting it from the, you know, from the office. And it's about knowing, you know, where you are and where you're going. Cube has been on both sides, but like you said, the man is 50 years old now. So he's looking back now and he's going, okay, I played on this side of the fence all this time, politically, ideologically, you know, emotionally, culturally, you know what I'm saying? And he gets to, now he's at a point where he's looking back going, okay, it's been 30, 40 years since, you know, this all started with NWA, since he was making albums that people considered anti-Semitic. If you go back and look at his back catalog, he had no love for white people back in the day, to the point that you wonder how he got the career in Hollywood he has now. Because
that man is making what, all American. What's it? What's the movie where he was running around as his stepdad with kids and stuff, doing family movies?
Now, are we there
Yeah,
yet?
are we there yet?
Y'all, but
This
Cube
fight,
is fight America now. Like y'all might want to get off that horse saying that he's a family guy now. He's a family man on Disney Channel.
yeah. And people forget, you go back and listen to Death Certificate. Listen to every track on Death Certificate. I'm surprised cancel culture hasn't brought that up from the other side and look back and go, hey, this guy's making movies now for families and kids that are basically seen by every demographic. But back then, he was talking about killing white cave bitches and everything else. So he's grown as a person. Now he's looking at it going, after all this time, what has changed for our community or us as a people? And he's realized no matter what, nothing has changed. It's been promises and promises and promises. And like you said, he didn't go and like his vote up for grabs. He went to both sides and just simply said, all right, what, you know, this is what we need to progress. Who's looking at getting something done? And Biden's camp, that's all he said. He honestly said, Biden's camp said, hey, when this election is over, then we'll look at this. We definitely take this into consideration. And then he realized, this is what we've been told for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Because after the election, like Jay said earlier, ain't nobody got no need for you.
Yeah, duh. You've been used. Your usefulness is done.
Let
You know,
me-
we don't need you,
let me-
nigga.
Yeah, it's like bargaining. It's negotiating, but you never negotiate from a position of weakness.
But isn't that what he's doing?
No,
don't
not
think
really,
so.
because he's starting a conversation. Like you were saying, Renaissance Man. Ice Cube didn't even really make this plan. He just got together with other people, and this isn't like he sat in his room in a studio and wrote down a list and then said, "Let me go to Trump and let me go to Biden and see who's going to do what I want." You know, you like you said on MOT's channel, you guys went over it, and it feels like an amalgamation of some other things borrowed from here, piecemeal from there. The point is, what is he trying to do? Draw attention to it. And that alone shows you like the results that you got. The result. I mean, the fact that people aren't more pissed off at the Biden group for their reaction to it, instead all the anger is focused on Q, astounds me.
But
I'm telling you, man, that's crazy as well. That's crazy.
Go ahead, John.
I just think it's misplaced. Oh,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
I think it's crazy as shit because it got to go with both sides when it comes to negotiating. Cube did the right thing by looking for deals, regardless, pretty much being a pragmatic, apolitical type person, and coming there to be able to figure out what can he be able to get now. That's ridiculous. After the process is done, after November 3rd, then we can talk. That's crazy. That's really crazy.
He wasn't really even looking for a deal. He didn't say, "Okay, do this," and the missing component from this whole conversation people keep missing is there was no ultimatum given. It wasn't as in, "Okay, whoever does this, black people, we all gonna go vote for them." It was just a matter of basically dropping off pamphlets on both sides to see, it's fishing. He went on a fishing expedition to see what he could catch. And he caught a little bit of Trump, and Biden got away.
Q was in a unique position in that he didn't have to employ lobbyists to get in to bring his idea to the table. But when you go to shopping around something you want to get sponsored as a bill, you go to both sides. You may not think that you can get somebody on the other side, but they say don't nothing beat a failure but a try, cause who knows? So you do it on both. Should Q have been a little bit more proactive because we knew what the look was going to be? Yes. Is it learning lessons? Yes. But a lot of times when we don't understand the process, it's easy to sit down and, go with the narrative that's put out. I remember I was shopping the bill around. I knew Republicans wasn't going to sponsor it, but I still put in the time to call, to email, and attempt to meet with them.
Exactly.
Call Democrats. Oh, yes, I'm going to sponsor the bill. That video that Faith had on her panel that night with the angry white people up there. Oh, yes, I'm going to sponsor the bill. Okay, I'm watching the website for the bills and stuff. Nothing. So, yeah, he wanted Democrats up there in Tallahassee to go against that bill. So, yeah, I went. It was a learning lesson. Did he sponsor the bill? No. Has the bill been sponsored? I think I may even still have the emails. There are learning lessons when you're getting in this political arena. So, you know what Cube gonna say next time? Okay, I see what y'all doing. So next time I'm gonna come better. But Cube still is the F the police man because he didn't say F the police to Cuomo, but he checked Cuomo immediately. He didn't let that slide. He just learned to change his language a little bit because he is a 51-year-old man. And we have to stop holding who I used to be because everybody transforms and grows. Cube recognized one thing too, a little bit off topic. Black Love is a good look. They mentioned he was doing the movie where he was the stepdad and all kinds of stuff. Because Black Love is a good look. Black marriage is a good look. Look how Eddie Murphy did it. It transformed Eddie Murphy from Raw to what's the little donkey name on the little donkey? Shrek. It transformed him into Norbit, the Nutty Professor. So Black Love is a good look. And when when you begin to put that narrative out, look, Cosby had the black love thing. Barack Obama, Michelle, black love. Q, he been with his black wife. So it is a good thing when black men, even Jay-Z and Beyonce, black love. So when they put on that suit, it is a positive, and black men's careers go up. Now, would have been the same
before?
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it.
So I just wanted to add that little piece in. I want to get off.
Coda, you hit on something that's very interesting that I want before we move to the next topic. Understand this, and this is I'll do a separate topic on this. This is where I get the frustration in when people keep comparing him to the NWA Ice Cube, not to the 51-year-old Ice Cube. I am an old man with grandkids. People get old, they change. You can't keep doing the same thing. He's not talking about foolishness. He's talking, again, the OG in him came out real quick. He said, hold on. Let's correct it. Let's start it off right. I didn't run to nobody. I went to both parties. But let the media spin the narrative. They try to make it seem like he was begging. I didn't beg nobody. And what did he say? Bipartisan. Does anybody know? Y'all don't understand what bipartisan. I don't know if people know what bipartisan means.
That means for asking Negro.
Oh, Ice Cube.
I don't know if you heard me, Joe, but I said we actually did a topic about black love and being married and makes you more of a high value man on these upper echelon. Remember that show? Right. We did do a show. Y'all gotta understand. He doesn't. Here's the thing about it. This is the thing about it. But now we see that 50 Cent is going over there. A lot of people that Ice Cube is affiliated with are talking to Trump because what they're doing. See, this is how it works. Let's say me, Jay, and Jonathan try to get something passed. Now, two of us failed, but Jay is getting more ground. Instead of us demonize Jay, let's get behind Jay. Well, what do you know is happening? 50's like, well, I'm no stranger to controversy, and I like money. Okay, boom. Snoop is behind it. And I think that's the issue just with politics as a whole. Like, and that's why I said at the beginning, like, I hope that we can come to the day where it's not, people aren't just voting on party lines. They're voting. They're
on this politic blood crip type of mindset that if like somehow, and see, this is why I understand probably why Colin Powell did not run for president. Because it's honestly, when it comes to our people, stupidity is like reigns supreme. Like somehow, listen, first of all, ain't none of y'all got the power to cancel Ice Cube. You don't. I'm sorry. Y'all never had no power to cancel anybody.
Not 25 years in the game. He's 25 years in the game. How can you?
You can't cancel Ice Cube. Y'all just don't.
Can I say this?
He's one of your national black treasures. You might want to pull back from that. Go ahead.
Can I jump in?
Yes.
I don't know if everybody saw last night that thing with Faith and those people. That was an alimony reform bill. Do you know when that bill got to the end, it was strictly a custody bill because that's how politics work, the bait and switch. But if you didn't understand the process, we saw all those people out there with that alimony. The bill didn't have anything about alimony in it anymore. It was strictly a 50-50 time sharing bill. But that's how politics work. It may start out one thing and end up something totally unlike what it initially started as. And if we don't understand the process, not that even Q may not have had anything to do with it. When the legislators finish striking this down, striking that down, striking this down, adding this and stuff, it may be totally different from what it initially started out as. So learning that little bit, and I don't even understand the federal stuff, makes stuff a little more relatable. But if you do not have even that little bit of grasp, it may look totally foreign and totally BS to you.
So one of the things
let me ask you, everyone, BMT, or look. I was going to quickly ask everyone.
Go ahead.
I was going to quickly ask. The only thing with, like I said, the line of black celebrities, what result have we gotten on the right? We have a plan and we have bills on the table on the left. What commitment other than a 2-page platinum plan have we gotten from the right with all the people that have gone to the White House the past 4 years.
That's where we need to lobby. That's where we need to lobby. This is where, because when you lobby on certain stuff, it doesn't matter what the public opinion is. To be honest, there's a lot of bills that get slipped in without the public even knowing about it. Now, with Cube and everything, I can say this for California. He actually helped put some money up to be able to see Gavin Newsom on it comes to a reparations bill. Now that I got a documented record when it comes to his type of a contribution. Now, when it comes to the celebrities that was there at the White House, it was nothing but a photo op. They didn't have any type of money up when it comes to specific lobbying or the specific language needed. Because I agree with the sister that was speaking, Cynthia, BMT. I gotta ask you a question, man. If somebody put the money up, can we really get mad? Can we really get mad?
They put up the money. That's the problem. Asking for stuff.
I think a lot of people don't know how politics works, and a lot of people
they don't know. This is why you do not listen. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, most black people, reason why, listen, a lot of black people are in socialist programs. We are. I'm in a socialist program. A lot of y'all are in social program. You don't even know it. So of course, there's a lot of blue socialist programs. They're not bad, but a lot of us are in there. That's why they seem so appealing. A lot of us were generationally born into socialist programs, free lunch, Medicare, different stuff. Those aren't bad, but a lot of us are born in those do y'all understand what I'm saying? So guess what? When you're being told, hey, if y'all don't vote for us, these are going to be cut off. Whoa, you're going to take away a program that me, my granny, my grandma, and my grandma, great-grandma were born in? It scares you because you were always in that one program. I know. I understand that. You know? I am a fourth generational WIC kid. Do y'all know what a fourth generational WIC kid is? That means I was always...
I know what WIC is. Yep. Okay. I know what WIC is.
Yeah, I know what WIC is too.
Okay, so fourth generational WIC means every last one of a Johnson pretty much was always put on WIC when we were born. We were always on some type of food, Medicare, stuff like that. My kids weren't born into those systems. It was different. Granted, I had a lot of family like, why don't y'all just go get those? I make too much money now. I can't get it. They're like, well, don't put that on your paperwork. Or better yet, don't put yourself down on the paperwork. No, I'm not doing that.
Now they can track it so much easier than they could when we were born, though. Like back in.
But you get what I'm saying, Jay? About
now they track it. So.
Yeah, generational WIC kids. Like y'all gotta understand, that was a normal thing. As soon as you were born, your grandma, before my kids were born, my mom and my grandma, my aunts were like, "Oh, y'all need to get down to the WIC office, girl. I got you. Get down there." Like she's like, "I can't do that. Well, I got to go there with my husband." The minute I pulled out my DDR 214, my pay, they're like, "Why are you in here? You don't need this. Why are you in here? You don't." Literally, that's what the woman said. First of all, she was surprised that me as a man, I was sitting with my woman in the waiting room. Second thing that she was looking at was she thought I was his boy. I was not her boyfriend. I was her husband. Next thing you know that we were asking was, "Do you have a job?" "Yes, I have a job. I'm in the military." See, pull out my military ID. "Why are you in here? There's other families that need this. You don't need this." So guess what? I needed to step out the room. She said, "I'm not signing no paperwork without my husband." Not saying that married couples can't get WIC. It's a lie.
Yeah, they can. But I think people put too much focus on something that's only 10% of the national budget.
Right.
Yeah, man, because there's a lot of groups that manage to put money aside and make sure that they get their piece of the pie. Like in 2014, Wells Fargo had the down payment assistance for IN workers, and that's pretty much people that are illegal immigrants and that be able to work in agriculture or construction and specific stuff like that. They managed to have a group to put $1 million to be able to both the Obama administration and $1 million in the Trump administration as well. So it's about lobbying. All the thing that we get caught up in headlines is semantics. People are putting money up, and people are pretty much saying, okay, black folks, you got to focus on either look what we do and be able to catch up when it comes to putting money up on situations, or just get left behind, because ain't nobody going to do nothing for free. No, everything is run by, did you create your own political PAC, or did you be able to figure out how to get in the inner circle? Like Robert F. Smith put some money up in the current administration that we have now when it came to negotiating with the DOJ. But my bad.
Let me go ahead and get to this, but I only got 2 more topics that are going to be very short, but very interesting, just to lighten up the morning show. T.I. confirms long-standing rumor that his friend urinated on Drake. Now, for whatever reason,
I don't believe it, though.
For whatever reason, I don't know. This is the second time Drake has been peed on. I don't know why Drake keeps getting peed on.
For one thing, oh boy, be having big security teams. Drake don't even be nowhere by himself where he's at. For one thing, I don't have to believe that. This must be some shit before he got the money.
No,
some 2010 shit.
No, they trust and believe these celebrities do a lot of dumb stuff. Their security ain't that doggone tight.
Well, there wasn't really a time where Dre was before the money, because you remember he was a child actor. He was on Degrassi back in the day.
We talking multi-millionaire. We talking about
but I mean, he had a level of celebrity status at that time. I mean, Degrassi was a huge teenage soap opera. Shown in multiple countries. I'm sure he got plenty of paper for it.
Well, now, of course, now, because
he's probably still getting paid for Degrassi, because
the residual.
He still gets that revenue. That money ain't never stopped. Degrassi,
they're still showing reruns of that. They're still selling the box sets.
Canada, Europe, probably Nick. So it's an age-old, quite bizarre rumor revolving one of the music's biggest forces was true, according to T.I. on his friends actually. One of his friends actually urinated on Drake. The first person was Lil Wayne. Second person, it seems like, is a guy named Beasley. The incident, "We Did It Big," a John Legend assisted cut from a newly released album, The Libra. You can go get it in stores or download it. I don't even know if people go buy CDs anymore. In the second verse, T.I. recalled several moments with his good friend Terrence Beasley, aka Cap, who is dead, who was killed in prison nearly a year ago. Among a shared memories was the time Cap allegedly urinated on Drake during an event in Los Angeles. While I'm fighting my own, somehow got you home. T.I. rapped, "So drunk in LA, end up pissing on Drake." And yes, I listened to that. F it. That's still my brother since back in the trap house. Rumors made headlines back in 2015 when Drake, then faux Meek Mills. Yes, Meek Mills even talked about it too. A lot of people know about him getting peed on. Drake, this must be a ongoing current. Shout out to the $2 super chat for Clever Kev. Shout out to the $2 super chat for Clever Kev, and also shout out to Maurice Duck, for becoming a member of the BMT crew. If you become a member of the BMT crew, you have the rights and privileges to jumping on at any time, as well as telling us what kind of shows you would like for us to talk about on BMT. That is your privilege as a BMT member. There are different levels to the BMT membership that we have set up for members. Next, yes, go ahead.
Oh, I'm glad you read that, because that's some prison mentality type shit. That is, I just want to know the man that thought it was okay to put his dick that close to another man and piss on him. What was his thing? But when you say he went to prison or died in prison, that kind of explain it, because that's some erotic homo stuff, breaking type mentality to do that, mark the territory about. They're like, oh, I'm dominant, I'm pissing on my territory, but you had your dick penis that close to a man. Nothing bad.
Now here's the thing. Here's the things about it, Koja, that have been happening. And see, I'm starting to understand why Drake has started to disassociate himself from rap. He's been slapped, punched, peed on twice, and also threatened and humiliated. His baby has been humiliated. They done called his baby mama a porn star, and they always talk about his mama.
Isn't she a porn star?
I don't understand. Drake, you might
No.
get rappers, dog. Like, I just wouldn't hang around rappers, dude. Here's the thing about it, and my lesson I take away on that.
Exactly, the most stand-up rapper.
No, Drake is not. But Drake
They just establishing that he a bottom. That's all they establishing. He's a bottom.
I said
in the rap
T.I.
game.
probably needs to.
I ain't gonna go that far.
I'm just saying, like, listen, y'all. Drake has dealt with a
lot of abuse. I know.
Drake has dealt with a lot of abuse, and he openly admitted that he's not even rapping. He raps, but he's not a rapper. He's a pop artist, and I think there's a reason why he says that. I mean, even after doggone even after the story of Adonis, that kind of destroyed him for a good minute. The thing about it is, I always try to tell people, don't try to portray something you're not. Don't. Because then you're going to get that card pulled. And Diddy already done punched the crap out of him in his face. Lil Wayne done slapped him and then peed on him. Drake, for your health's sake, please stop hanging around these.
But who's making the most money between T.I. and Drake, you think?
Drake, of course. The $1 billion Nike deal he just signed.
I think T.I. did that on purpose. T.I. did that on purpose to get something spurred up. Because T.I., his life sucks right now. I mean, he got too much stuff going on. He the last one that should be talking, but I'll be like, yo.
Right.
T.I. be investigating his daughters and shit. I don't even want to know.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I have a question.
Person that needs to be speaking.
Because I'm curious. I have a question about this because I'm always curious about this. So, are there really that many people? I mean, is the act of being urinated on that enjoyable for a number of people in the population? And Gene, why do you find it so enjoyable?
I don't necessarily find it enjoyable. It is kind of erotic. I mean, it is. I've had,
like, on a cold day, it's nice to get a nice warm stream.
Man, this is early, man. This is very early to be talking about this.
I mean, it doesn't.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning here in the West.
I don't think he was doing it in the form of a sex act, though. It sounds like he was just drunk.
Wait, so you saying people disrespected him, Peter? He wasn't getting peed on for pleasure. This is more like animal marking its territory. People were peeing on him as a sign of disrespect.
Well, did I miss the story? He said something about being drunk and being peed on and pissing everywhere. I thought is what they said.
Well, I assume when you're drunk and getting peed on, it's kind of the same thing as he was drunk and went down on somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was drunk and someone peed on his face and he just was like, you know what I mean? Like,
because I mean, I know people sometimes have gotten so drunk that they can't control their bladder, and they just.
Well, that's peeing on yourself, though. Like, we all been there. We all been drunk and have the pee dream in someone's bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it could be multifaceted. You could be peeing on someone as a form of disrespect, or like I said, if you're into the BDSM realm, it's a sexual act.
Well, yeah, because I've never
Wayne.
been so drunk that I peed on somebody. You know what I mean? I might be drunk and pee on myself. Or I've been known to pee in a sink, at a party because there ain't enough bathrooms. But to urinate on a whole human being,
that's why I said I would need more information as far as what it was, like if it was a fetish or if it was disrespectful.
Well, yeah, what was the context of the situation it occurred in? Is what I need to know.
It would depend.
Were they in a bed? Were they riding in a car? You know what I mean? Was he peeing out the window and it flew in? Jim's right. That makes a huge difference. If someone was peeing out the car window and it splashed on him, that's different. if they was laying in bed like cuddled up with somebody and someone started peeing and lost their
Hold
bladder,
on.
that
And why was he laying in bed with T.I.?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like if someone was sitting on the couch and started peeing on themselves, I don't see how pee gets on you without it being directed, especially from another male. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe he sat on the wet spot. I don't know. The wet spot in the couch.
Well, that's not being peed on. You know what I mean? Like being
because
peed
Drake
on.
got a clean record, man.
Like,
Drake got a clean record, man. I don't think Drake has ever been to jail, man. Not even 10 days at juvenile. I think my man has. I don't think Drake is on.
Well, nobody said it had to happen in jail. But you could fool around with some jailhouse Negroes and
like
get
to be
peed on.
honest, can I say this? To be honest, Drake doesn't understand African American culture. Because when I saw him,
so
well, because he's not African American, he's Canadian black or whatever you want to call that.
Because he still doesn't really get it. He just makes money off of it, and he gets like other people to be able to get him linked in. But honestly, with this story, it's funny nonetheless. But Drake doesn't understand niggas. Drake do not understand.
He's like Tony Parker from my San Antonio Spurs back in the day. Tony Parker's a French Negro, so he don't. You know what I mean? Like he's like, voulez-vous toucher? Jean-Claude, come over here. Zizou, woo, wee wee. And that, now I think about it, that probably explains why he gets peed on.
Yeah, man. Like when it comes to Drake is gonna be a billionaire. So to be honest, T.I., he's just trying to be able to figure out how not to get scammed by Jay Morrison because he lost money on that scam, $100,000 in the hole when it comes to that. So Jay Morrison, when it comes to T.I., he needs to focus on doing real estate deals correctly. So all this shit, I don't know. Maybe T.I. got an album coming out in the works, another dusty 30,000 units sold type of garbage album. So if one thing, T.I. ain't nobody paying attention to what T.I. saying.
T.I. is dusty as hell.
Because nobody cares about. But they will listen to the one thing that they will listen to is. The one thing we all like in Spider-Man, the one thing everybody loves more than a hero is to see a hero fall. You know what I mean? We love to tear down our Americans, especially. We love to tear down the people we put on pedestals. We like to raise you up and then tear you down, and that it's a cycle. And like El Goat said, it makes you wonder if somebody peed on me. I don't really care about the context. You might get punched. So how did Drake not, you know what I mean? Like, how did this not turn into an altercation? Normally, if someone pees on you without your permission, it turns into an altercation.
I don't know, man. Drake seemed like the type of dude that want to talk about it. He don't seem like a dude like you, Kev, that just, sock punching the shit out this month.
Yeah, you're right. Drake does seem like that because like Joe said, we saw Drake get punched in the face by Diddy. We saw him get slapped, so we know he's not going to get physical with nobody. So
yeah, man. Well, Chris Brown, before they start making money together on that song they did last year, every time they was in the same room, bottles was thrown or somebody got fucked around.
Beat him up, Brown will go. He's like Colin Farrell. They'll go at anybody if they get the chance.
Because I'm in Studio City, man. So all the Hollywood fuck shit, I'm getting a good first glance at it. I've seen Oh Boy around town, man. Oh Boy's always looking over his shoulder.
But you're right. Drake is the kind of Negro that he would kind of. I think he would walk. If I walked up and peed on him right now, I think Drake would find a way to apologize or slide out of the situation. Like, man, my shoes, man. Come on, man. Oh, let me go get a napkin.
He'll get Chubbs. He'll get Chubbs to fight. Because I know this around that area.
$1 million so he can pay a gang of niggas to run me over.
He'll just get you'll just get Chubbs to do it, man. You pissed on him, everything. He may apologize, but Chubbs gonna come in from the back, so that's why you gotta keep that thing on you.
I'm laughing at the fact that Joe walked away while we started talking about pissing, and now we're still here talking about pissing.
Well,
that is funny.
Joe probably had to go pee.
But Drake not about that life, and he probably ain't even got no cousins who went to jail or prison, and no uncles and no other stuff, so he could even get a little piece of what it means.
Because Jay Prince is looking over his shoulder. Jay Prince
he's
is
been
looking over.
exposed already because again he had that upper middle class Canadian upbringing, so it's hard. It was hard for him to claim being hip hop, you know, in that atmosphere with other battle rappers and this and that. Because he can't claim. Even Eminem can claim he came from some hard, you know, the hard side of the tracks. You know,
Jay Prince, man, Jay Prince is his guardian angel. Because Jay Prince got a lot of street juice.
You say Chris Brown be always looking over his shoulder?
No. Drake always be looking over his shoulder. Nah.
Yeah, cause he a target. He like new me in prison. He is
Chris
always
Brown be
a
hanging
target.
Chris Brown be hanging with them fake bloods, because I be seeing these dudes all around town, man. Because I'm in Studio City, so the Hollywood Hills is literally 15 minutes away. So all the fuck shit that everybody be talking about on the gram, social media, I'm pretty much getting a good glance and getting a good laugh, because, you know, Chris Brown, he in the Beverly Hills with bloods and shit, with rags. Don't nigga know Gang Injunction in LA?
Hey,
I guess he wants to be a part of something.
Well, no, that's actually the time. If you're gonna rep and hang with crews for street cred, during the Gang Injunction is probably the time you want to do it, when you know you ain't gonna get challenged. Because right now you can roam around, flash your colors, do whatever. You can lock it up.
Like what, 35? Like how old is he?
I think 33.
Like
let me just put it this way, and for me to end it. When Drake gets back that way, when words from Tekashi 6ix9ine put you like when Drake backs out of an argument with Tekashi 6ix9ine, when he's scared of that fool, you ain't got no street cred. And that's when he became a pop star.
I don't think Drake is necessarily right. I don't think Drake was ever really looking for street cred, though. That's the thing.
Well, no, but you know, in the he was trying to be in the hip hop game he tried to put himself in a tier with people, and that's why he's a pop star now and not a rapper, or at least not pure hip hop.
Like he tried to dive in head first and hit his head on the
No, because he tried to be in the genre. He tried to move in the genre and move in directions with certain people that were a lot more gangster than he is.
Yeah, and shit gets real gritty quick, especially when you're in rap, because, you know, being a rapper is the most dangerous job in the world.
Oh my God.
Bar none. Because you got niggas that want to, like when Waka Flocka came to LA, man, motherfuckers in the clubs had to be looking at their P's and Q's, because you know somebody's gonna get in a fight. It's gonna be a mosh pit fight, and you got to be able to protect yourself, because a punch gonna come your way. Somebody gonna kick you on the side of your temple. Loud ass music playing.
Chris Brown gets into trouble every time he comes to Florida. Like
I noticed that shit too, Jay. I noticed that shit too, because when I was down there, I said, "Damn, he already got caught up."
Well, anybody gets in trouble in Florida because it's Florida. That's Florida. Everything in Florida. Florida's like a fairy tale. I don't even think Florida really exists, honestly. I think Florida's a fairy tale made up place that people refer to, because so much weird nonsense comes out of that state.
So I mean, it does exist. But
you claim to live there, but you could be in Detroit. I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe in Florida.
Now I got one more. I got a hot topic that I really want to get at. That I know I've been gone.
Right, go ahead.
I was taking care of it. I had an exam. Yes, BMT does have exams.
We thought you had to go and pee.
Yeah, we done, Joe. We can move on to the next topic. We've already established what we need to about Drake
now.
So are we? All I got to say, my closing stuff for that. Drake, start dodging people when they're peeing. Like, you're gonna really need to stop dodging. You know that dark skinned evil rapper man. I will not say his name, even though I love him. You know he's going to look for any reason to throw smoke at you, Drake. You know he's going to smoke with you. So y'all know, Drake, if you try to Drake, you can't battle nobody anymore. Your battle card has been taken away from you. So
make Kiki, do you love me? Are you right?
I'm just saying.
Keep making them type of songs, man.
And Drake, you can't battle, and you know everybody's gonna be pulling up on you about getting peed on.
They hit you with the Tootsie Slide.
So, yep.
Triple platinum. So, the Tootsie Slide.
Now the next thing that we're going to give, I got to talk about J-Lo is trans black. J-Lo is trans black.
Well, that's Jenny from the block, though. That's Jenny from the block,
J-Lo,
though.
the first trans black.
That is
Latin,
a black
whatever,
woman.
whatever.
That is a black woman, Joe.
J-Lo,
Joe, that's a black woman. Joe, that is a
J-Lo.
black woman. Ain't she
How's she
Puerto
a black
Rican?
woman? Stop.
Ain't she Puerto?
She's a trans black woman whenever she want to be. J-Lo turns black whenever.
I mean, I guess because she grew up around black people, maybe that's why she feels that she's black.
Stop.
I mean,
That would be every white girl that grew up going to a black school.
I mean, I grew up around West Indians and Caribbeans, so I guess I'm Caribbean.
Listen, for a while I thought I was Dominican, but I found out I was just Negro. So guess what? There ain't nothing special about me.
Dominican is not a race, man. Dominican is a nationality.
But this is very interesting.
That is a nationality. Like, I don't know why niggas get that shit called.
Now, here's the thing about it. I got no problem. Listen, J-Lo, I got no problem with you, baby. I don't. Now, the Bronx, they looking at you differently. They're looking at you differently now. You can't be going around saying you. She said, okay, so we're going to look at that, that she said that she's black. First of all, I want to know from everybody, do y'all see J-Lo as a black woman or no?
I thought she was always Puerto Rican.
I don't know what J-Lo...
Man, people say that Puerto Ricans don't claim their blackness, and when Puerto Ricans do claim their blackness, we all got Monday quarterback.
When did they get to say that they black?
No. Black people always say, well, Puerto Ricans, they black. Well, because they always say the slave ship. They always give out the slave ship analogy.
That slave ship.
They always give the slave ship analogy.
That slave ship narrative be killing me, bro.
And for one thing, J-Lo is thick, man. When it comes to black features, man, any type of thickness, you got black in you. Especially the motherfucker is Puerto Rican. Nonetheless, all Puerto Ricans and Dominicans are black.
J-Lo's not black.
Or have African heritage. Or African descent.
I will take Mariah Carey. And that's still up for debate.
Mariah Carey, I don't know. For a long time, I thought Mariah Carey was white. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Mariah Carey was white as hell.
Mariah Carey to me, listen.
When she was swinging, when she was swinging on that big ass swing, I thought that was a white woman.
And I had that fat little Hispanic girl dancing in the soccer. I was like,
that girl,
Is this some
Growing up, I thought that was a white woman.
Now
Maya is more black than both of these people.
Isn't Maya black?
Is she still alive?
Yeah, Maya's still alive. Yeah, she got married to somebody here recently.
Well, I can still get in that song, boy. Hey, shout out to Maya, the first black girl to get away with tap dancing and rapping at the same time. That takes a lot of heart.
Well, she was cute. That's why, man. Whenever a girl, that's fine. You don't care what she did. She yodeling. She can pull off yodeling. Maya can pull off yodeling.
The reason why I can't give J-Lo the black J-Lo, you was in Selena. I'm sorry, baby. You was in Selena. That's gonna be hard. That's like saying J-Lo can play Martha King or something like that. Where are we going? Like, we'll give her Selena. Like, you think we forgot about the movies. What's that movie where she was a New York maid with that high white man?
Made in Manhattan.
Come on, man.
That was in 2004.
Latin and Hispanic.
That was in 2004.
That's like saying we're going to culturally appropriate her in soul food, too.
Just frizzle up her hair.
Movie, we wouldn't even know how to act or take to that.
Just frizzle up her hair, man. Like, if you frizzle up her hair and where J-Lo got like an Afro-esque, then we could be able to put her in the column. But to be honest, Rosie Perez is a black woman. She claimed black. Rosie Perez claimed black, and she's a PR too.
You heard it from right here from a black woman. J-Lo can't get the black card. I'm sorry, J-Lo.
But do Rosie Perez get the black card in all y'all opinion?
They was always Puerto
She
Rican.
claimed that
They
too.
weren't black or white. They were Puerto Rican.
Well, first of all, who still remembers Rosie Perez?
Well, I do because I'm older.
Do we?
Exactly, but
Like people might
if she came out right now and said I'm black,
she actually did, man.
Okay. Oh, now what about?
And I didn't see no flag.
What about what's the Hispanic girl from Cat and Cat the
Oh,
the
she's
dated?
white. Ariana Grande, stop it. She's white.
Is she?
She's white.
Can't she be black?
She's white, man.
We don't
She's
get white.
Italian.
She's
She's
white.
Italian.
She's white.
She's an Italian.
She's white. She's white. She's white.
So
Move on.
are we gonna claim Italian to be black?
Let us have her.
Jay, I got a question for Jay. Are we gonna claim certain Italians to be black? Because I've seen some dark
well,
Italians.
what about Zendaya?
Ooh.
Zendaya is black.
We can have her. We can have her.
Zendaya is black.
Is she?
It's Dwayne Johnson black. Yes, I believe
his father is black.
Yeah.
Well, his brother. Hold up, Joe. Hold on, y'all, because now Joe's getting into my. He's coming at me directly with that because he's challenging my half poly ass. So I know what he's doing.
Black.
He's taking shots across the bow over here.
Sorry, so Dwayne Johnson is black, so we got that.
Just because I didn't get Dwayne's genetics, unfortunately, it don't work that way. There's only two types of half poly people. You either look like Jason Momoa, or you look like The Rock, or you end up looking like me and Maui from the cartoon.
Who remember that earthquake movie? Who remember that earthquake movie with The Rock, man, where he had the all-white family, man? I remember that shit. He had all. You remember that movie? He had the all-white wife,
that's the problem with
two white kids. And
why does he always see Dwayne Johnson? I got a
The Rock.
Why is every doggone movie you do, you're always with a white family? Dog, stop.
Wait, to be fair, why is it that every black man always has a super light skin, racially ambiguous wife and family?
Well, for that matter, then if you want to go down that rabbit hole, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, why in every Tyler Perry movie is the bad guy a well-to-do, well-educated, high-class, dark-skinned brother, and then the good guys, the blue-collar truck driver, light-skinned, perfect afro.
I agree with Kev, man. The dude that played that movie, The Mad Diary of a Black Woman, that bald dude, he can't go nowhere without women giving him flack. He even said that in an interview. They still giving him hell for that. And Diary of
what
Black
about Medea's Big Happy Family, where we got the man Blair Underwood, a Class A actor. That man has got acting skills like going back in the day.
They told him
brother, and he was the bad woman abuser. And then you got light skinned brother over there, Maxwell, with his perfect fro. There's a scene. I kid you not, there's a scene where they get out the bed, Joe. They get out the bed in the morning.
Say no to Max.
It's not right, man. Like Michael Jai White as well. They Michael Jai White as well on Why Do We Get Married, man. They
I was watching that movie the other day. They have a scene where they get out the bed and he takes her kids to go get ice cream. You know, because she was so tired, still asleep. Joe, his afro looked like he just got out the barber chair. Ain't nobody ever got out no bed with a perfect her. She has braids in her hair. She fell asleep. No do-rag, no silk cap, nothing.
That was fake.
And she got up and looked like she just got out the beautician.
Not look like that when we get up. Like
movies don't make.
His end was so clean. The whole movie.
I hate and I love Maxwell because it's like he's something I can never be. I'm fat and hairy, and he's God. Gift to black.
I'm telling you, them light skinned brothers.
Black women's closest thing to amazing is Idris Elba. That's probably the closest thing that we're ever going to get to perfection. It's Idris Elba. But
until you watch Cats.
Very good. Very true.
That is
Jellicle can what a Jellicles do what Jellicles can.
Now I did not know.
Man, Lenny Kravitz ain't black.
Diesel is black.
Lenny Kravitz ain't black, man. Can I just say this?
Ben Diesel's black.
He's part black.
Isn't his father black?
Yeah,
he's half black and half Italian.
Ben Diesel,
but I heard he got the small one. So
that's ours, baby. We won that. We won.
Ben Diesel, man.
We won, dog. That means all the Fast and Furious franchises.
He's another transracial, man. He's another transracial.
He's
that's
aging like a white
these
man.
transracial people are getting away with a lot of shit, man.
He's transracial, man. Vin
Hold
Diesel
on, because
he has a
I
white
don't,
family too.
I don't think those guys are.
Go ahead.
Hold on,
Diesel is
but they're not
aging like a
transracial though. If you're mixed, you're mixed, right, Gene?
Can I say something now?
Oh, go ahead, Jay. You were saying something.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say go ahead.
Got his turn today.
Vin Diesel's aging like a white man, first and foremost.
Yes.
You know, however, just back on topic, because y'all are going on and on and on and on. Back on topic. Yes, I feel that, and just on a serious note, that I feel like there's like two different groups of black people. You have black people that are like gatekeeping blackness, like telling people who can and can't be black. And then you have people over here who is like, okay, his daddy black, I don't care. Like, I've literally seen a post where it's like, oh, well, I've no lie, the whole pro-black conversation. Oh, well, you can't be pro-black because because your mother was white, or you're too light, or this and that. And I'm like, kind of to circle back around to the beginning of the show, that's why we can't get nowhere, because we're so busy fighting with each other on who's black, who's not black, who's black enough, who's, you know what I mean? And it's like, actually, technically, Puerto Rican, I mean, in theory, Latina was nothing but a boat stop. I mean, yeah, they do have African lineage. We could talk about that all day long. But,
like Jay, my ex was Puerto Rican and Dominican. They looked at black. What do you call mulatto?
Is we spend so much time talking about who's black, and I mean, no, Ariana Grande is definitely
the colorism argument.
Right.
The colorism
argument. And it's like we waste so much time worrying about the colorism argument. You're absolutely right. We spend so much time trying to cancel whoever that you disagree with, versus, even though it might have been a valid opinion, but because you disagree with Ice Cube, oh, he's canceled. Like, okay, there's nothing wrong with having a different, good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, he can't, especially if they're coming to the table with an educated thought process. Like, okay, I mean, we're just canceling people now. We spend so much time doing that. This is why we can't get to Capitol Hill to put the bill on the table.
I agree. Because other people's making moves while we arguing. Like, it's
we're
a lot
arguing
of
about who's black and who's not black, and who should be talking on behalf of. Just like the whole thing with Cardi B. Oh, well, Cardi B shouldn't be speaking on behalf of me. If Cardi B has followers and she's getting the word out, why can't Cardi B speak on behalf of minority and poor people? Why can't Ice Cube speak on behalf of minority and poor people? But folks spend so much time worrying, oh, well, she used to be a stripper. Oh, okay.
Well, that ain't
y'all have done illicit things back in the day.
Well, that ain't my issue with Cardi B, man. She talks some really stupid shit because she's for lower taxes one moment. She crying about taxes. She crying about taxes one moment. Then she going to someone that's gonna raise her tax to 62%. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like,
let me go ahead and
try. Back to what Gene was referring to, though, is that.
Let me do this. I gotta do this, guys. Jennifer Lopez facing backlash for referring to herself as a black girl. I don't know why don't they refer to herself as a black woman, but I guess black girl's kind of cool. And
not even a woman, a girl. Okay,
but
because black girl magic is a popular thing right now.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Jenny from the block.
Because black girl, first of all, by saying black girl, by using terms like boy and girl, it denotes age. And it makes us feel younger, or it gives the illusion of youth when really she's like a 50-something-year-old. You know what I mean? That shouldn't even be in these types of discussions.
Let me get to do this. Okay. Jenny from the block is facing criticism.
Go ahead, Gene.
Okay, Jenny from the block is facing some criticism. Some people didn't react too well to Jennifer Lopez's new song "Lonely." Well, okay. In one of the parts, J-Lo refers to herself as a black girl from the Bronx. The lyrics are sung in Spanish. Oh, okay, so that's why we didn't hear the song. It's in Spanish. J-Lo sings "Siempre." Oh God. So we're gonna skip that. But if you know what that means, "Siempre ser tu negrita del Bronx."
Okay.
Wow. I've been around Hispanic people too long in my life. Which translates to "I will always be your black girl from the Bronx." J-Lo faced backlash back in 2001 on her track "I'm Real."
I knew they was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, you know that was coming. I knew it was coming too. Hey, J-Lo faced some backlash in 2001 from the song "I'm Real." Some people were upset that she used the N-word. She sings. Now people screaming, "What the deal with you?" And so. I tell them niggas, mind their business, mind their biz, but they don't hear me though. People online had mixed feelings. Plus, check.
We are so far gone from that at this point. Like that doesn't even matter now. Like
That don't matter no more.
Think about it. Cultural appropriation. So let's go ahead and read the tweets. I want her tried by a jury of her peers.
Oh God.
Someone please tell me this isn't real. Another person said darker complexion females are less loved in the Hispanic community and basically all communities. Oh God, I'm butchering. I am sorry to my Latin fans. I did not mean to. I will
probably... Me Morena. It's me Morena.
It's me Morena and me Negrita. Me Morena and me Negrita. And I've been called that. I get called that before too. Negrito.
Okay. Or me Negrita.
Roll your R, niggas. Roll your R. Roll your R's.
I'm not from Cali. We in the South. Ain't no Hispanic. Only thing they say, can I work?
Just let him get through the article, please.
Are words of endearment for us as darker complexions. If you out here saying it to females who are literally light skinned as example J-Lo, it takes away value. Okay. Why did J-Lo say she's a negrita when she's clearly a white girl? Hey, Puerto Rican here. LOL, I totally agree with you here. Negrita is a term of endearment used as Afro-Latino communities, but in a big one, J-Lo has never claimed African roots, nor is she considered negrita, since she's not darker in complexion. Y'all want Latinos to acknowledge their blackness, ancestry, and get mad when J-Lo calls herself a negrita, laughing out loud. What happened? Oh, shots fired. I don't know why people tripping on J-Lo. My dad calls me negrito. Wow. And it's a term of endearment. All right.
I guess.
J-Lo refers to herself as a negrita from the Bronx to the list of why I don't want to I want y'all calling me a POC, people of color. Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Courtney. Well, that was very interesting.
Let me tell you this, Joe. Living down here in San Antonio, Texas, the heart of Latino country, negrito and negrita are not always terms of endearment. Maybe amongst each other, like it might. I don't know. I guess it might be. I don't know if anybody can, but it'd be like somebody's calling their boo darky, or I guess calling somebody. You know what I mean? Like it amongst us, but it can also be used in reference to us, because there's been times I've been places. There was a girl I was talking to, and she brought me around her people at the party, and I could hear them sitting there talking, going, "Who's the negrito?" Like I don't know Spanish, which I know enough. They just assume.
Like, and that's like such an obvious word. That's like such an obvious word. Like you would be too stupid to figure out what that says.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, or is that is su novio el negrito?
I heard
it's
that.
It's like, your boyfriend is he and they don't mean it, because down here, one thing I will tell you, Latin men don't want their daughters with black men.
No.
The Mexican culture can say whatever it wants, but in reality,
basically they come here and they think they're white.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Thank you, Gene.
Just like Cubans. Yeah, that's what Cubans do here too. Like they forget that they're like,
So I got something for you.
I ain't necessarily mad at him, to be honest.
Let me pull up.
We need to stay in our own teams, to be honest.
Hold on now. Now, J-Lo, do y'all remember this picture right here? Shout out to El Go.
Way back on In Living Color.
Fly Girls. Yeah, the Fly Girls.
Now, the Fly Girls, which I was I wanted them to have the Fly Boys, so I could have been on the have my own team.
Oh
But
Lord, G.
it would have been amazing, Jake. Shut up. But the Fly Girls, J-Lo was there, and she was actually the lead. That she started out as a dancer. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it was, I don't know. I feel like we like to claim people. Mind you, she does rep, her roots and everything. But the thing about it is this. I think we like to claim people on convenience, if that makes any sense. Like,
yes,
like you can't
when it benefits you, it's good to be black.
I gotta get, but I mean, to be fair, like when she was doing songs with Ghostface Killer, shout out to Ghostface, checking out for you, dog. MF Doom and a lot of other hip hop artists. I think her and LL Cool J were in deep. I can't lie, man. Anaconda with Ice Cube and all of them. She's done a lot of things with black people, and I mean, just being honest, she made her come up through the ranks.
But but that's the thing. It's not like anyone's saying she's white. You know what I mean? Nobody's saying like she's a white woman. We're just saying that she's not black. Like,
yeah, but see,
that's the thing. Like, we're not like nobody.
This is the problem, Joe. That a lot of people will piggyback on our culture and adopt that for the. I mean, even as far as certain things in hip hop. But at the end of the day, when the struggle comes up, they ain't nowhere near us. They ain't claiming. It's like, what's her name? See, when I think of trans black people, I think of like that Rachel Dolezal lady. If you remember her, Rachel Dolezal, how she was straight up, how she claimed to be black all them years, and then she wasn't. Well, when hip hop culture is popular, so people will glom onto that and they'll use that, and they want to be, because it's special, because there's nothing special about being like plain Jane white, right? So they want to have something. It gives them hip hop is the biggest culture in the world right now. It's at least in entertainment. So they of course they want to, because it's cool. It's seen as urban and street and cool. But when it comes down to actually being treated like a nigga, nobody wants to claim it. Then all of a sudden they go back to I'm Puerto Rican or I'm Latino, whatever's the most convenient sidestep.
Ida Rodriguez, because she got black kids as well, and she looks really Puerto Rican. So
now the thing about it is this:
and she claimed black as well. This
is my issue of why I have a hard time giving J-Lo and anybody else who want to say that they're black that card. Don't claim me or people like me at a convenience. You feel me? This is just my last word before we rock out. Ice Cube claims me, whether it's good or bad. You understand me? Jill Scott has to claim my ass, whether it's good or bad. You understand me? You don't get to trans racial hop. Whoa! I'm black. I'm Puerto Rican. No. UN, baby. You don't get to. I got shout out to what's the little black the tennis player that beat Serena, and now she's the top. Now she's starting to be the top.
Oh, the Asian. She's half and half.
No, she's half and half.
She's half Asian and half black.
Half Japanese, Osaka.
Yeah. Is it Osaka?
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Now the thing about Osaka, when they were asking her about her Asian roots, right? She stopped them dead in their tracks. No. I am also black.
Damn, Tiger Woods failed that one. Tiger Woods.
Now the thing about it is, she made sure she struck the record. No, don't just claim me only. Don't just claim my Asian side when I'm winning. Like even in this times of when all stuff, she was wearing masks. We're talking about different people that have been killed. She's been talking about a lot. See, that's when your racial card needs to get turned on. Whenever you have the time or you have the platform to speak about it. Don't just now, granted, you can speak about your Latin roots, and that's fine. I respect that. But I also understand your black roots. If you've been down with us, then you should have been spoken about disparities going on in our community long ago, since you've been walking the block for so long, or you've been that girl on the corner for so long. Then clearly you must have saw some injustices happening. Don't be down with the team at a convenience. See, that's why I don't like about certain spaces or certain men or women. You are down with us, or see, that's why I hate that lean on me stuff. You only lean on me is when you're crippled. You don't lean on me and deal with me when you can stand tall. And see, that's why I don't rock with a lot of people. I'm like, nah, I'm good, because I'm gonna be BMT to the day I die. And my day one A1s, I don't change up for nothing. So I'm just calling out J-Lo, respect to you. No one can take away her tenure of what she's done in the industry. I'm sorry, y'all. She's in. She's in. A lot of Beyonce and you might want to contribute some of Beyonce's stuff to J-Lo. Uh-oh. That's a fact. Some of the stuff that Beyonce did, and what's it called? Before she first came out with J-Lo, before she first came out, that was from J-Lo stuff. I know y'all don't.
To be fair, every artist has inspiration from other artists. Even Michael Jackson has gotten inspiration from James Brown, and So I mean, I know what you're saying, but that's kind of like
right. No, but But here's the thing about it. She literally said that. Like, listen, I used to like watching some of J-Lo stuff. Just like J-Lo liked watching a lot of the black females that were coming up. So what you're saying, there's no validity in that. But I'm saying that let's be honest. To be fair, if any of y'all ever lived up in Northeast, a lot of the cultures kind of intermix and mingle with each other. So, like I said, when I lived up north, I could be walking one block and listening to hip hop, go inside a Hispanic barbershop, get our haircut, walk right out, go right into the Jamaican street, go pick up some food, and be. It was nothing.
That was my neighborhood too. It was like literally, like you said, around the corner. If you want Spanish food, go down the street. If you want Caribbean food, go to turn left to get Spanish food, turn right to get Jamaican food.
Like I said, J-Lo, Mama, you can't just keep picking and choosing what out of convenience. You're gonna be one way, be that way. Same thing to you, Dwayne Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Now, see, here's a question: do people have issues with people like that?
A bootyless woman that looks just like Jay by his side, and she better have some pounds on her. Mainly, I would like a woman like Jill Scott to be his wife.
I'll take Jill Scott.
I don't want no fit kids, no kids that look like doggone this napkin standing by him calling him daddy. Nah, bump that. He needs kids looking like this.
Well, I'm at the point I'd take Lizzo.
I passed it.
Why don't people like Lizzo? Why?
No.
Why?
I've never been that desperate to get to that. Man.
Lizzo looks like me and her would have a great time. We'd have a great relationship. We'd be out there. We'd be living our best life.
Kev better milk some dollars. Lizzo's a millionaire. I'll give her that. Okay. You better make some dollars and shit. Because
would you have sleep with Missy Elliott?
No.
Why?
Ain't my type.
Okay, that's fair.
She'd probably rock my world, man. She'll probably rock that. Like, that's funny. But
I gotta be real. I gotta be real.
I like the chick Estelle. I like a girl that did that song with Kanye.
What if you married a woman and she was thin and then she got fat after she?
That doesn't happen, Jay.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Never mind. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. We're gonna work out together.
I'm looking at it this way. I'm getting older. I'm at this point where thin and fat don't make no difference anymore. It's am I enjoying my experience for the rest? Because I'm not getting better. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't look like The Rock. So if you're hoping to get yourself a mixed poly black dude, and you thinking you're gonna be walking around, I'm gonna be showing off my abs, you got another thing coming.
But Kev, you do get better though. You do get better though, because men.
Well, I get paper is what you mean, but
yeah, man. Come on, give yourself some credit. You act like you on the decline, brother. Damn.
As men get older,
Get better.
their hairline goes back, their dick don't work as well. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's
I
another
don't know.
Damn,
I'm 24. I'm
Black
24
Sheep,
right now.
email me. We need to do a family talk about the reality of running a household. Y'all, we're gonna have to start giving y'all some Freddy Krueger troops that I know what y'all think y'all see on the video camera, but it's a different world. It's a different world. Like y'all understand
where you come from.
Yeah, like it's a real what I thought was about the black family is really different. But literally, I love you guys. Like I said, thank y'all for helping us do the BMT morning show on Ice Cube Political Agenda. Literally, the link to that video is literally 10 minutes long. It's a really good video. Check it out. I am very proud of him. I know he's not political savvy. He never claimed to be a politician. He just claimed to be a black man that cares. Shout out to the Drake Gets Urinated On lesson. You can go check it out and probably learn something about why Drake gets teased and picked on and peed on so much and abused, which is crazy because he makes more money than T.I., but they keep picking on him. That damn Degrassi kid, he just ain't learning. And shout out to J-Lo, a trans, I guess she was probably one of the first transracial black women.
Sure, Joe.
I'm just saying, if you can't transform black and then transform Puerto Rican. J-Lo, you're black, baby. But you need to start claiming black if you're going to be saying you a black girl. I need to see you at Black Girls Rock. When I see are there any Latin girls walking across the stage? No, they had La Negra. She walked on Black Girls Rock. She was up there.
Well, the real test for J-Lo will be when she gets around other Latin folks that start disparaging blacks. If she remembers she's black, then when she goes down to South America on tour or whatever, she needs to remember that she's black in those moments, not just when she's back here amongst your own people.
Right. The real test for Dwayne Johnson is to get an all black family and literally say that he's a black man. Stop doing all those doggone Samoan dances and stuff and start doing some hip hop dances. That's the real test.
That's part of our culture, man. We got two cultures. We can't help it if we got a foot in each world. See, this is why people hate us mixed folk.
No. He need to go ahead and start doing
because they think that we can't choose one or the other when we are blessed with being two worlds.
I'm tired of seeing his oily up ass.
Tarzan.
Also,
I'm like Tarzan. You remember Two Worlds Tarzan? Phil Collins singing a song.
Okay, to be fair, in Tarzan, why was the white man the good guy and the black dude from Amistad always the black? He's always a bad guy.
But why does that black dude that dark skinned black dude always play a bad guy?
I think he's a bad guy. He always is bad.
He always play a drug dealer. Since back when he was on Rock 30 years ago, 20 years, 25 years ago, to this day. He be in movies playing a goddamn drug dealer. Like, I was watching some show. I'm like, he's still a drug dealer? Like, he ain't buying no bit.
You're talking about Digimon Hansu?
T.I. is clout chasing.
You're talking about Digimon Hansu?
No, not him. Yeah. He always played like the dark-skinned African, fresh off the boat, or African. Not him.
T.I. is clout chasing.
No, the dude, like I said, he was on Rock way back when. He was on a bunch of shows, but he always plays a drug dealer. Always.
I noticed that too. I know what Jay talking about too, because I'm like, damn.
I don't know his name, but if you saw his face, you would know who I was talking about.
Just selling a different drug, that's all.
Right, but you would think in 30 years, like, he didn't buy no businesses with that drug money. Like, he's taking people down 30 years later.
He ain't gonna never get off of that.
He bought pills. That's his next business.
Guys, later, I know today I definitely have to sit down with Clever Kev, and we have to start working on the Nerd podcast. So we're gonna.
For sure, I'll subscribe to that. Kev, you already got your channel?
Your videos, John. I've been watching your videos on your Red Pill Finance. on your
Yeah,
on your-
man. I'm
Yo.
not red pill, dog. I just talk about money.
You're not about that pill stuff. You're about
No, like I told you, man. I didn't need to be a pill to be a man. I know I done made people mad, but it's about money. I'm helping people selling wholesale iPhones. I'm helping people get into e-commerce, selling on Amazon. A couple people listed their shit on Amazon and got some sales. Show me the screenshots. So I'm pretty much just helping dudes and helping anybody really, because I got women on my panel. So that's why I said, nah, man, I'm not red pill, man.
Then I need to hook up with you, Jonathan, so you can help me manage the money from my OnlyFans account.
Oh
yeah,
God.
we can do that. We can do that as well, man. Help you get some SEO as well, man. My email is in the back chat.
No, just stop. Just don't.
My email is in the back chat, brother. Hold on.
Later, I'm BMT of the Morning Show alongside with Jay, Jonathan, and Clever Kev. We're signing off. Say goodbye, guys.
All right, man. Stay la vie. Stay la vie.